a little swing on it.
Oh, nice.
Because yeah, I just like because they're not very expensive either.
No, no.
Hold on, let me make sure I'm up here.
Oh,
Because,
nice.
yeah, okay. All right, so now
Londell will be happy to hear that.
yeah, I just like how I just think that they might be reversing
Yep.
or a nice little
Yesterday I felt that, but I'm like, I cannot monitor it, so I'm not going in. But
Good morning, Londo.
Hey, good morning,
oh,
man.
he's there. Hey, Londell, we're talking about Arabian.
Talking with that bullish run. No.
Desiree wants to do a put.
Now I'm thinking about doing like a puts on them because just a little short swing play. Because here it just, if to me, I'm seeing a possible rejection around this resistance area. So this would be like first target, and this would be second target because this is a retest area. But at least here, all the way up until here, because you see how they close lower. They close low. I mean, they opened up lower this week. So this is a doji right here. So remember, doji can represent a reversal.
Oh, continuation.
Yeah, or a continuation. If it's a continuation, generally it would open up higher. Here it opened up lower. So the fact that it opened up lower, it's possible that it's going to take it down to the next support. And if you look at it here on the daily, you can see we have our targets here. And we're completely overbought right now. So this here is your support. If we lose this area here, this is a Q. So this is a Q that we could take it to the next level here. This is 23.74 right now. Let me see where we're at.
I think we are right about there.
Yeah, see, we hit a low
23.73.
and we hit a low of 23.24. And remember, guys, anytime you hit lows, you generally hit new lows. So can we hold this area here? That's the thing. I mean, I think we're probably going to try to take it to the 200 MA, and then boom, it could reject, because I don't know. This is a very significant support area right here. But the fact that the weekly is opening up lower, if we don't hold this area, yeah, I can see us taking it down to the next levels here. But just, kind of like a short swing.
Right. That's what I was about to say. How far out do you think? Like
I think I'm probably going to do like 6 months, only because of theta. Because the thing is, the further you go out, the less your theta is.
Yeah.
You're going to be holding overnight. You don't want to lose no money. You don't want to lose too much holding your plays overnight. So even if you go out, 6 to 8 months, you could only hold it until targets hit. Targets can take a couple weeks. It could take a month. It could take a couple of days. It just depends on the flow of how the stocks move.
From the theta, it also gives you that time that you need. Definitely within that 6 months, it would come down.
Yeah, you do. And remember, bears, they're fast too. So it could take, a lot less time to get to these targets because we're in the opposite direction. But yeah, this area, if this area can't hold, that's a determining factor right there. And to me, this just looks like a rejection. It looks like that it's trying to reject this area, which is normal because it had a good move here, and it took a long time to get to this area here. And remember, you normally have like 3 rejections before you have a breakout anyway. This is the first rejection, because before it was holding as support, it barely got up to this level here. Even during these times, it just bursted up. So this would be your first rejection. And remember, this is resistance because before it was support. So, just a short swing taking it down. But let's go back to SPY though. But that's just something that I'm contemplating on, and they're not very expensive either.
I also saw a triangle.
March 24 is just about 460 if you do 2250 put. So
yeah. Like you already look at their price.
Oh yeah. Right.
What'd you say, Lockdown?
I was looking at different patterns as well, like how you do the flag. I also saw that triangle on the hourly on the same on Rivian.
Let's see. Oh, and I want to talk about your play yesterday too, with SPY, because I was kind of like busy out yesterday and I couldn't really get into the charts. Oh yeah, I see. And you see how they're creating, and remember when we talked about it yesterday, we said we got a low here, right? We said we
Yeah.
got a low here, which was lower than here, which
Yeah.
was signs that it's weak.
The
And
triple,
remember,
triple bottom.
remember when you're on levels here, when you're kind of touching the ceiling, you're most likely to break, right? But when you're like pushing down on the floor, you're most likely to break the floor or fall through the floor. Because it's just like if you're a construction worker in a house, right? If you keep banging on the ceiling, then you're gonna eventually bust through it. Same thing with the floor, but you're not even touching the ceiling. You're barely touching the ceiling here, but you're on top of this floor. So the fact that we're literally on top of this floor is signs we want to come kind of like crashing down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So the only thing is we're oversold here on the hourly. So it would probably, if we can't hold, it'd probably be best to get in. Like if you want to try to get in like the best, probably like once it hits a little bit up and then it'll come crashing down. But higher time frames is kind of confirmed. It's more of the higher time frames that's kind of confirming to me versus like the lower time frames. Lower time frame, yeah, I see that we're oversold. You know, I see that, you know, we're coming down too here on the 4 hour, but probably back up here somewhere around there before it rejects, because it would probably create a higher, you got a high, then a higher, a lower high. But I want to talk about SPY yesterday. So, okay. So with SPY, the way, like, especially when we're like in stagnant energy, so the way that helps me determine like when it comes to direction is the open and close. So remember yesterday we talked about these 3 levels here, and we said if we open up above 448, we're more likely going to take it to 450. If we open up below 448, then that's your signal for going down. So SPY opened up above this level. So when SPY opens up above your support level, then that signs that they want to hold the floor. Because remember, your support and resistance is very significant when on the open and the close of the daily charts. So like right here, you see how SPY opened. Well, SPY opened up here, but they took it back down to support. And you could see the bearish momentum. But then yesterday, they opened up above this support level, which means they want to hold it. Now, if they would have opened up below, it would have been a break, meaning that this support would have now became new resistance, right? And then it would have less likely like went down, okay? So that's kind of like how I use it too. So that's why I like paying attention to the open and closing of the candle is important as well, because a lot of times in pre-market, we're like in this midline here. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that, but it seems like we're always in our middle line. And so we have to kind of pay attention if we're closing, if we're going to open up above it or below it. And let's take a look at the hourly here. So even though this was pre-market here, because I remember we were showing like some bearish momentum around this time because we were low, but we opened up above. You see how it literally like opened up kind of above this level here. And that's when it took it up. Now, if it would have opened up below it, more than likely it would have took it down. So this open and close of this line here of where it was sitting at pre-market was a big determining factor of direction. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because we talked about it and we said sometimes when it opens up below, it does that fake out, it does that spike. But, you know, a lot of times it'll come back below. That's just normally, but of course it doesn't always happen like that. We're just looking at probability. So that was, that's my thing with SPY, because you can see all of this pre-market, it was looking bearish, no real patterns, but it opened up here and it just kind of like took off. Now this here, 451, we're back at resistance here. So we're back at resistance now, and we're going to have to recreate our levels. I think we had 450. Let's see. Now this is a pretty tough resistance because we rejected it here, and then we're back up here. So look at the 4 hour. Yeah, we're kind of looking. $448, like 50, 451. We'll say about 452. Okay, so same thing here. So at open, if we open up below this level here for 50.64, more than likely we'll probably reject it, at least to come back down to the next support. If we can open up above this level, then that signs we want to keep going. So just like yesterday, this is our midpoint right here. This is kind of like a determining factor here, just like yesterday here. So this was the time when, well, let's look at the hourly because it's more white noise. So yesterday we were here, but we had our support down here. We were kind of like in the middle. So when we opened up above this level, which signaled upward momentum. Now, same thing here. If we open up below this level, then more than likely we're going to reject and take it down. If we open up above this level, then that would be signs that we want to take it up. But of course, we're going to look at the momentum at open and, you know, our little cues for entry and everything. But you can tell, like, it's always pre-market, we're always in that midline here. So opening up either above it or below it would signify, because when you're daily, when you open up on your daily candles, like your opening closing, this determines a lot of like if your supports want to hold or if they're breaking above resistance. So you see how even, well, here we opened up a little bit below it, but this was kind of like a breakout. But then you can see the next day we opened up above the support, and then the day after that we opened up above it. So if we keep opening up above the support, then that signs that we want to hold. But
A double bottom.
yeah, it's a breakout on a double bottom though. See, this is the W here, and then this was the breakout area right here.
Yep.
So, and let's look and see what it looks like on the weekly. And see what's today, guys? Today's Tuesday. So we want this candle. They want this candle to hash out, but you know, in order to even make a move with a SPY, you got to kind of look for your reversal here. Is this candle going to turn into a reversal? Are we going to reverse it? There's no signs of reversal yet. You don't even have a sign of reversal on the monthly yet. See, there's no signs of reversal yet. Versus ribbon, there is a sign of a reversal, but the reversals on the it's on your weekly here. That's your sign of your reversal. Possible doji rejection, opening up lower. And this is a higher time frame. So your points would be, I mean, your targets would be just a little bit higher than what you would normally do on your daily. And you're still here. So, I mean, if you close below this level here, this is still your rejection. You'd have to close above this level for it to really be breaking above that resistance area. All right. So did you ever get out? You got out of SPY, right?
Nope.
Are you guys?
I gave up on SPY because I couldn't watch it yesterday, so I have no idea what it did because I was gone. So I was like, you know what?
Did you take puts or calls?
It was a put.
Me too. I couldn't get out. It was just running so fast. You could, I mean, get out at a loss, but I was like, this thing is just running so much. I was so paying attention so much to Rivian.
I'm sure, yeah. But the put wouldn't have worked because I had a small put, like an insignificant put, and it didn't. I wasn't paying attention either, and it didn't. So
to SPY or Rivian?
To SPY.
SPY. There. So I mean, we'll see, because we'll see what it looks like at open when we come in. But guys, pay attention to this level. I mean, if we open up below this level, then it's a possible rejection here.
Yeah.
Possible
thing
rejection.
is, I couldn't pay attention at all, so I didn't really bother. Like I had made up my mind. I was like, okay, well, you know what? I got stuff to do that's more important. So
yeah. So that's that. To me, that's a cue though. The opening closing is a cue. We're back on this level here, but in order to hold it, we got to open up above to keep going. If not, we'll just consolidate back into this zone and take it back here to support. And this is probably what the entry that you guys entered anyway around this area. So depending on your theta, what kind of contract you got, you'll probably break even if it comes back down this way.
yeah.
But this is your support though. This is your support on the daily. Right here. Now, if you lose this area down here, then of course you'll be going down to your next support. But at least in this moment, while we're still holding it, we're still continuing up. And if we can hold, this is resistance now, this little line here. If we open up above this resistance line, yes, it will be signs that we want to go. If we open up below, then it's signs that it wants to reject and come back down to the next support at the very least. Okay. Let's do SQQQ. Look, this is a continuation. This was that doji they created.
Yeah.
And they opened up right here at this resistance wall yesterday. So this was the open 7, 8 around here then. So they opened up below this level. See how they opened up below the support right here? And then they went down further. So that was signs to open it up below this support level, because when the opening and closing on the daily determines a break. I mean, it's more concrete versus like if it comes down here on when you're in the charts and it's on the hourly, it could possibly come back up. But generally when you open or close on the daily above and below a level, then that can be a sign of a typical break. Okay. So that's so SQQQ, we're hitting a new low. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Yeah, we're so oversold with them though. We're so freaking oversold, but we're below these freaking zones here. So this is your, it's your new one. We're going to take this one out because we're very far away from it. So now this is your new support, resistance, and then your next one. And we're very oversold in these time frames here. Your 4 hours very oversold. Your daily is completely oversold. It's getting harder to freaking analyze SQQQ. So we'll just be paying attention. If we can open up above this level, then this is the next level that we want to possibly take it to. And that was the previous support. You can see it was the previous support here. I'm trying to like see if the resistance, if this is the only movement that I can really see here for resistance, because it hasn't been this low. It's hitting new lows now. So yeah. And I can't, in the way that this looks like here on the weekly, you can even see like this is the lowest point that it's ever been. So anything below this, you're just going to have to keep calculating down based on the ATR. All right, so let's look at QQQ. This is interesting. Okay, so with QQQ, you can see here that this was, okay. So this was a resistance and this was support here. And they closed here, here, here. And you see how this week we're opening up above. This could be signs that they want to keep going. Okay. Because this here, what's today? We said Tuesday. This here, we would need this to be reversed. We would need a doji here. If the doji's not created here and the equities are freaking strong and they go, it's a sign they just want to keep going. Because the fact that we opened up this week above last week's close and right here on top of this support area and this resistance here, we really need a doji created here. The only way I can see us turning at this point is if a doji was created here and then we reject, which means that we're at a very tough resistance level on the daily, and this is where we pretty much need to fall back at. If not, we're probably just going to keep going. Because if we opened up here and we keep going, this would be your next resistance. up here. And that means that we're not ready to turn yet. So only way I can see us turning is if, because now that it opened up above, this is kind of sitting, which would create a new floor now. Okay, it would, now it's back onto the floor, and it was a floor around this area. Resistance here, a floor this area. So if we don't create a doji here this week, and we don't see more, and we're way overbought, and we don't see more bearish momentum, they're probably going to take it to the next level up. Okay, so they may not be ready to turn yet. That's why we kind of got to look at the higher time frames, and we got to look for confirmation, because our main confirmation on the higher time frames is reversal at resistance. If we don't see a reversal at resistance, then more than likely there's no freaking reversal. So we have to wait until we get confirmation that it wants to reverse. Okay.
Can you check Activision?
Can we check what?
Activision, ATVI.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Wasn't there some news about that, Londell?
Huh?
Wasn't there some news about that?
I think there was I think someone had acquired them, I think.
Yeah, was it? It was Microsoft, no?
I think it was I think it would have been Microsoft.
Sometime.
All right, and yeah, we're gonna I'm gonna look at it though, but I want to see this here. I want to show you guys something. So you see here this 454 here. So this is the 454 that we've been looking at for target, which is around here. It's the same thing with QQQ. You know how QQQ had this little movement up, and we had that rejection right there. Let's clear this out. All right, we're about right here. Okay, so resistance, support, resistance, right? So this was the mark that I seen in QQQ, but except they were above this level here. They had opened up the previous week above it. So my thing is, if we hit this 454 and we pass it and we close above this 454 on Friday, this is not a reversal sign. This is a sign that they want to keep going. Okay. And we know sometimes, even though it's these markets, they're crazy sometimes. We don't know. Like, we can only determine that these points are the points that they want to stop at, because these are the points that they've been stopping at: resistance, support, resistance. So this is, and then of course they rejected, broke through, held it, fell through, came back again, rejected. This is the next time we're coming back on this level here from this time. If they push through it, it's just they push through it, but we need to get confirmation here. There needs to be a reversal created here. If we don't get a reversal here, like a doji, something that tells us that we want to turn, then they're going to keep pushing above. So this is the area that I'm paying attention to, but I need confirmation of a reversal first. Something indicating to me that they're going to reject. Like
That's
this
the weekly?
This is the weekly. Like you see here, this doji was created right here at this resistance on the weekly. See how this doji was created? And look at the next one. It opened up here. It kind of broke through, but then it fell and it closed. It closed below this level the next week. And then what happened the following weeks? It kept going down. So you need a confirmation that it's rejecting here.
Yeah.
Some type of confirmation that we're rejecting here. Until we get a confirmation that there's a rejection coming here, we don't take position. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What was the stock?
ATVI.
ATVI. Okay. That's a weird candle. What was this? A freaking
a doji
here? Yeah, it would look like
in the middle of nowhere. Is that?
Yeah, yeah, like in the middle of nowhere. It looks like it's gapped. Let me see what it looks like on the daily. Damn.
There's a gap up on the daily.
Yeah, it was this gap right here.
Oh my God.
That is crazy. Okay, let's take a look at it from the bigger. Oh, that's why it's a breakout. It's breaking out.
Yeah, because of the news.
Look at this W. Yeah, they're very strong right now. I don't know if that would be a reversal. That's freaking. Let me see. All right, that's the breakout.
The resistance, yeah. Like, yeah, they're coming up on another resistance, right?
Yeah, let's see about right there.
Hmm.
What is this level? 95.62.
Is that like an all-time high? It's going towards there.
Yeah, but this, I mean, like on the lower time frames, but this is your next
Okay.
this level 95.8. Let's see for
93.
all right. Okay, so this is your breakout area 84.61,
Mhm.
and this is your resistance area 95. So that's 83 and 95. Okay, so now let's create our support and resistance here on the hourly. What's the ATR on this stock? Do you know?
Londell, since you like it so much, what is it?
197, somewhere around there.
Like $1.97.
$1.97? It seemed like it moved faster than that. Its yearly high was 93.67. So it might be making another high.
94.3, then that's a new high. But our resistance is at like 95 on the higher time frames.
Okay.
On the monthly, we're looking at about right there, 95.1.
Hmm.
All right, so the only thing with this, because they're pretty high right now and they're getting exhausted on the lower time frames here. See how they're like completely overbought?
Right.
If they pull back here, if they can hold this gap that they did, they're probably going to keep running. At least they hit a new high. But if for the moment they are exhausted in these lower time frames, but remember when stocks are very strong,
Yeah, that don't mean nothing.
it doesn't mean nothing because the pullback could be very temporary, right?
Yep.
So
And
here, yep,
small.
you're just paying attention to the zones, like because it could definitely pull back here to 92.11 and then take off again. I would not doubt it, right? Because this is now your new support because it broke through this level here. But of course, if they fall through here, then this would be your next support. And then you got the gap underneath. But you can see here, since they broke through this level, they've been holding it. So that's the only thing that with this one, I can tell you because of this breakout that they just did. This is very strong. And they're very strong on the monthly too, because they're breaking out. You see, this is a breakout candle from here. But your resistance is coming up. It's coming up on a resistance around this area here. So this is a time you kind of got to be cautious with them. But it looks like these fucking stocks are running through these resistance levels on these higher times. That's why we just have to pay attention. Huh?
Yeah. I'll be right back. Just gotta move my car. Be right back.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So here, this is your resistance. This is your support, your new support. So the only thing you can do really is follow these zones. Because like I said, because we're so strong on this stock right now, once you get here, don't be surprised if it bounces back. Okay, but you kind of got to follow the pullback areas. But this is your major support here. All right. And sheesh, man, like I'm like I'm in this. I'm like analyzing stocks like after in my own time here. And I really don't see like these, especially with SPY, because SPY is my stock I want to take. And I'm not showing signs yet. I'm not showing signs of reversal. I won't get in either until I see something that shows me that there's some type of rejection. Like, so say if we close here at the end of August, or even if we open up, if we close above it, right? But then we open up below it, then that's a sign, right? But until then, like there is no signs that we're breaking reverse yet. Like, and QQQ just showed me that, because look at this. This is a very significant level, and look how they opened up this week. Yeah, so.
Yeah, all the stocks are so strong that I don't think they want to go anywhere. So.
Yeah, so we just gotta wait. We just gotta wait for confirmation, because trust me, when the downfall happens, it happens. It's just a matter of
that's true.
It's just catching it, right? It's just catching it. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. let's look at the lower time frames. A little strong today, but the only thing that I have for you guys is if you're going to trade today, just follow your zones. You know, don't keep anything too long.
Mm-hmm.
Do not keep anything too long, because right now we're so strong that we're busting through levels, but at the same time, we're so high that we could reject at any moment. Okay. And you don't want to be chasing the trends. So here, so with QQQ, the only thing I can tell you is you just got to kind of follow your zones right now. You just got to follow your zones, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, this is the support. If you get in and you take a call and it don't hold, you know, you got to get out. If you take a put, right, and it goes in the opposite direction, you just know you got to get out, but you just kind of got to follow your zones at the moment. That's the only thing that I recommend, because we're very exhausted and we're coming up to very significant resistance levels on the higher time frames. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was a rejection, but also at the same time, we're so strong, we could bust through these levels.
Yeah.
You just have to be very careful and very cautious right now. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
One last one.
Really long down.
And Londell, you need to stick with 1 or 2 stocks. How many stocks are you trading a day?
Exactly.
I'm not trading them. These are on my watch list.
He's looking at them. Okay.
Yeah, these are on my
No
watch
harm in
list.
that.
So the ones that I trade actively are FSLR. Right, FSLR,
SPY.
and well, SPY has been disappointing.
I know, right? Shoot.
SPY's hard, guys. SPY
It is. That's why I don't like to trade it, man.
People always say that SPY is very, very hard. But listen, once you guys master SPY, it's so easy with the other ones, and you might get a lot of like, you know, it can frustrate you. SPY can frustrate you, and SPY can like kind of discourage you. But if you can really that's why I analyze SPY every day. I traded SPY for 2 years. Like I was day trading them for 2 years at one point in my life. And if you can master SPY, it's like every other stock out there is so fucking easy.
Yeah.
So easy. All right, so you got FSLR.
FSLR, Rivian, and Microsoft. Those are the 3 that I go in, right? SPY is like, you know, I would have a position in SPY, and then I would get out, but I don't SPY doesn't do anything for me. I watch SPY for levels, but I haven't been as profitable in SPY as I have been in the other ones. FSLR.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because they're easier and they're more easier to see too. SPY, because they do all those fake outs and stuff where they like they'll go all the way down before they come all the way up. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, SPY something. If you're in it, you have to get out within the next 15 minutes. Once you
it's like SPY is like scalping, but FSLR for sure, Microsoft, and now Rivian. Those 3 are the other ones. Everything else is on my watch list for targets.
Yeah, that's not bad though. That's not bad. And actually I like Rivian right now for a possible put swing too. But look at MSFT. You see how they took you down to support and they stopped here, they held it, and now they're going back up to the next levels.
Yep.
And even stopped here. Like these levels, if you follow them, right? And if you can gauge them and you can get the turn, you could really take it to the levels, because this here came to support. Here it's at its next level. Let's see if we open up above 346. Yeah, then it signs it wants to take it to the next level. But like I was telling Ruth Ann, because at this time, if you're trading, you have to trade in between the zones right now, because it's very hard to tell where we're going. Because we're at very significant resistance areas, and we could be possibly creating dojis on the higher time frames at these resistance areas with a lot of stocks. But at the same time, we could also bust through them, because even looking at QQQ and seeing us open up last week higher above the resistance or above the previous support, it's showing me that the strength is very strong in equities right now. So we do got to wait for confirmation before we take any long positions for anyone that's like brave enough to even take puts going long. But at least at the moment right now, we just have to trade between these zones, guys, because overall we're very strong, but we're coming up on very like tough resistant levels on the higher time frames. So at any moment we could be rejecting these levels. And y'all know when a rejection comes and the bears come in, they come in. They don't just come in like bulls. They come in like freaking waterfalls. So we just kind of got to follow our zones here, and we just got to watch the cues. If we fall below this level here, then that's signs that, bears are coming in. But until then, we're still holding above this bullish flag here. So you can even see here, we came down to the bottom, we're here, and who knows how we're going to open up. But if we open up above this level, that's signs that we want to take it to the next resistance level. But all previous signs prior, there was rejection around this area here, and holding here, rejection here. Okay.
Yeah.
What did you want to look at, Londo?
FSLR.
FSLR.
Yeah.
So yeah, Microsoft we're just still zoning in between these zones here. Okay. Damn. I know you sent.
That's a good sign for something when she says that.
I know you sent this to me yesterday too. You was telling me about the gap they were filling.
Yeah.
I sent you it yesterday at 2:02. I sent you the picture.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you get them? Did you get this?
I got in on a short push from 202 to about 205, and I got out. But
nice.
Because I saw it fill the gap.
Over here.
I mean, it was yeah. Look at the image in the chat.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I am not trading much, so I'm like, all the stocks I have on my watch list are doing great things, and I can't trade. That's crazy.
Well, that's good. That means that you're not forcing trades too, and depending on your life and your routine and stuff, sometimes there's times where you just don't trade. That used to be hard for me, guys. When I was a day trader, I didn't know what I was doing. I could be freaking running errands all day. I could be traveling and I was trading.
Yeah, me too. But no, I'm forced for more reasons than one not to.
Well, that's just teaching you that.
And it's teaching me patience.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm shocked at myself.
Yeah. But because I watch this a lot, I can tell you this is one of my 3 stocks.
So were you able to catch this breakout though? You weren't able to catch it? Well, I mean, I guess if it came here on the 200 MA, it just bursted though.
No, I got it at 202.
I know a lot of people that made a lot of money because there was a lot of talk about it in Discords and plays that were put and stuff. So a lot of people made a killing on this.
Was there any catalyst for them that drove them like this?
I can't remember.
You said what?
I wasn't even watching the catalyst. I was just watching price action.
Price action. Yeah, you see how easy it is when you're you're just watching price action. Exactly. But they broke. See here, this was an area where they broke resistance. This was our level. This was our top level here. This was our resistance level. And once they broke above this level, they went crazy. They're strong though. Let's look at them on the higher time frames. I know they broke. Oh, they're in a flag. Okay, let's look at this flag. All right. Let's see how they want to close though. Oh, if they close above this level here, let's take this off. Do you feel like it's easier just watching price action, guys, than it is with the news stuff?
Yeah. Price action.
I feel safer with the price action.
But the news stuff confirms it, because once I saw the breakout, I was like, what's happening? I go back and check, but because it hit it.
Yeah, and what I want to do, guys, and this is not sometime soon, but what I want to do is I want to start, because I'm going to start getting back into catalyst too. I used to be real heavy with catalyst, but it used to throw me off. But I think we're more mature now where we can start like kind of delving into catalyst and really like start kind of using it to our advantage, but using price action first. And like you said, catalyst as like secondary of confirmation, just like we do with indicators. But I'm going to start doing that early in the morning and researching and doing my homework in the morning. And I got some good links that I'll send you guys. And what I'll do is I'll actually probably do like a PowerPoint good good sites we can look at and what we need to be focused on, right? What we need to be focused on when it comes to catalyst and what drives the market, what type of catalyst drives the market, right? Nice. So I'll create that PowerPoint and send it to you guys. And then what we can do is, we can all work together in the morning to kind of like,
look it up.
Put it in our schedules to do our own research. And then we can come and share information, because that's what Chris was good at. Okay. Chris was really good at catalyst, and what I'm seeing is that that's the strength that we really need, when we're doing our news, whatever you want to call it, price action news. Okay, so FSLR. So this is your flag right now. This was your pole. This was your flag. This was your breakout. Now it's consolidating in between. So this here, if we can close above this level this month, this 203.6. What is this? 20? Oh no, this is 20. I can't say 205.24. If we close above this level, then it signs it wants to take it to the next resistance, which is 219. But you can just see this is a flag. This is just a flag. You can see how it hit the bottom here, came all the way up, opened up here, rejected, came all the way down. Now we're here again. We touched it here. This was a tip, came down, closed it. Then the next one, this became support and resistance, these zones. Now we're back at support, but I wouldn't be like shocked if we took it back up here, because this is where we've been taking it back and forth prior, right? So let's go to the weekly. So you can see it clearer here, huh?
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
If we close this week above this level here, this 205, and we open up above it on next week, this is signs that it wants to take it back up to the next level here. So pay attention to these zones here, Londell. If you're trading FSLR, pay attention here. So your support is 191.14. Your resistance is 20, we'll say 205, we'll say 205.2. And then the next resistance is 218.6. So if we open up next week above 205 or just say 206, if we open up above 206 next week, that's signs that we want to take it back to 218. That is signs we want to take it back to 218, because you can see this was a breakout, resistance, rejection back down to support. Then you had this big ass candle here to get to a new high, but it rejected, came back down, and look what it's creating. This is a low, this is a higher low. This is a low, this is a higher low. So I would not be surprised if it takes it back to 218. But here would be your confirmation if it wants to reject it and take it back down, or if it wants to just go ahead and take it back to the resistance. But on the weekly, by Friday, if we close below this level, then we're more than likely taking it down. If we close above this level and open up Monday above it, this will now become your new support. This will now become your new support. So you see how it's the same principle on the daily that we're using on the weekly. It's just it's just more gaps because you're on the weekly. So your targets are a little higher, but this will give you confirmation of the direction of the trend. Is the direction of the trend more stronger going up, or is it more stronger going down, depending on how we open and close next week? But you can apply those same principles on your day trades. You can use it on your hourly too. Like if we close below a support, a resistance, then we're probably taking it to the next support because it's rejecting. If we close above it and open above it, then now it becomes the new floor. So we're taking it to the new resistance. You just have to, now that you guys can identify your levels, now you have to identify when these levels are breaking or when they're rejecting. Because if you can identify when it's breaking the level and then pushing past to the next one, or if it's rejecting it and it's coming down to support. So like for instance here, you see how you had this downfall, you created this doji. This could have been a reversal. This could have been a reversal here. But remember, this one it opened up here a little higher, but it started going down and it created a continuation. A continuation, okay? Because it could not push past above the high of this wick too, which is the doji that I was creating. You could see it never went past the high of this wick. It stayed going down. Okay. So you can see that. So you can kind of like gauge that. If you can see that it's rejecting, then you can really, if you can identify those things, like here, rejection, rejection, rejection. We just couldn't close above this level here. Like the fact that we could not close above 219 was signaling rejection, because every time it touched the wick, it came, I mean, every time it touched the point, it came down, never closed. It came up a little bit, but you can see it closed below it. Then guess what happened the next week? And the candle opened up below, and then that's when they fell through that support. So you have to be able to identify if it's rejecting, or if it's like holding, like it's holding here, and it pushed above. It rejected here, pushed down, rejected here, pushed down. So that's what you have to be able to identify. When you can identify that, it helps you with getting to the next zone. Okay. All right, so that's kind of where we are. So, and that's where patience come in, guys. That's even as a day trader, that takes patience to watch to make sure that it's holding and not rejecting, or if it's breaking, you know what I mean? Because you have to look for cues. You really got to find the small cues that's going to show you if it's trying to break or if it's rejecting. Okay, so here right now, the only thing I can tell you is if we push past here this week, say FSLR just goes crazy, and we just go crazy until Friday, we break it up, then we can take it to the next resistance level. But we know this is an area of previous rejection. And at that time, if FSLR even brings it this far up, you know, they're going to be super exhausted. It's going to be so overbought, it's going to be insane. Okay. So that's your cue, because you don't know if it's going to just burst through this, but what you can do is just pay attention to these levels to see if it wants to burst through it or if it's going to reject here. You can't determine what it's going to do, but you can look for signals of what it wants to do, because you're following the charts. You're not like, you are predicting, but at the same time, you're following the movements of what's happening. And that's why we're price action traders, because we follow current movement. Current movement helps us decide where it wants to go. Okay. All right. So that's kind of where we are. Let's look at the lower time frames with them and see what, see, they're pointing up about 50. They're pretty strong. They closed at 206.4. Let's see where they are now. 208. See, can you see what's happening here? They're opening up here, which is above the level they just broke. Okay. So if they're opening up above 208, that's signs that they want to keep going higher. So, damn, they're freaking insane. You said their ATR is only $2. Well,
no, FS ATR is now 781.
Oh, that I'm saying too, because they had it.
Let me see if we can find the next high. This would be your next support. This would be your next resistance here. It hit a high. Damn, it hit a high of 234. Oh yeah. What is 234 on the high? Hold on, let me look at that 234 level in the higher time frames. $232. It hit this level here, pre-market, guys. It looks like it went, was it two? Oh no, this was back in May. What am I thinking? This is freaking, never mind. Sorry, erase that. Okay, so here, and you can see this breakout. You got this flag here. This is 204. We got to do the next level up, which is about 211. $204, $210. What's that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's about $6. Let's take it out. I'm using this here. Resistance here. You see how it was on a resistance here? All this is resistance. So these are your levels for today. Okay. So yeah, they're going. You can even see it pre-market. If they open up above this level, that's signs that they want to take it to the next resistance. So that's kind of where you're at. Once you get here, you just got to be careful, because your next resistance.
That's 211.83, right?
211.83. Yep. You just got to be careful because once you get there, but remember, they're very, very strong. So always keep that in mind. So here we're coming into overbought. We're coming up here. So yeah, this is our, oof. Yeah, this is a pretty strong resistance though. You see the rejection here. You see how it was holding as resistance here before it broke out. And it was a lot of movement here too. And it was holding as support here. Yeah, this is a pretty tough level. It's coming up on 2. Yep, so 211.8. Yep. But remember, they're overall strong.
They are.
They're very strong. So if they break this level here, take it to the next level. 218 is your final one. That's your final. You got resistance, resistance. That's your final there, which is the top here. Right there.
Yeah, but you see how they move when they do break out. I mean,
yeah, they're freaking crazy.
you
Like
can tell.
one, boom,
I got the other one before that, you know.
boom. Yeah, they do. When you get those breakouts, baby,
They also fall
insane.
just as hard. It's just like,
Yeah, look at this. You're right. Look at this fall here when they took the top. Yeah, they took the top. And this was a fake out. Look at this shit. So you had these resistance, right? And look, if anybody was in it and broke out above this level, this would look like a breakout above this level here. And but look at it, it opened up high and then just went came all the way down. Yeah, you gotta be careful with this one. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that. So in the meantime, right now, I think with these stocks, we just kind of got to trade in between zones right now, guys, and we just kind of got to understand like that we are at resistance, but at the same time we're strong. So we kind of just got to trade like you kind of like your own eggshells. You know what I mean? Trade between your zones. That's all I can tell you this morning. And yeah, that's it. Oh, look at this going on here. Okay, so this could be signs of rejection here. Let me see. We're getting some movement.
and the I think I'm just came out the retail sales.
Oh.
Movement here. Okay, so this would be your next. Okay, if it doesn't hold, looking at about right here, which is 440. Okay, 447, 449. It's like 451. Yeah, so if we don't open up above this level here, yeah, we're probably rejecting. And you could see here, rejection, rejection. Like we really need to open up above in order to see movement for real. But if not, we're probably going to take it back to these next levels down here to supports. So that's the only thing, you can do really is just watch and see if because look, this is looking bearish. But again, this is your first stop here. So if we don't turn at 449, we know we're taking it back down to the next level. But these are the levels that we've been holding. So I don't know how strong it's going to be once we get to it. But at least right now, if we maintain this type of volume before market open, we're more than likely rejecting this 451 here. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of what I got for you guys. Yeah, the markets is getting a little intense right now.
Yeah.
It's getting a little intense.
Don't be scared, Ruth.
I'm not because like I said, I can't for reasons of my own, I can't trade right now, do any. I mean, I can do little things, but not any serious positions. So I'm not bothered about that now.
Yeah.
Now.
Paper trade.
By next month, I will be because
Oh yeah, because you're going to be doing the long positions.
yeah, that too, and probably some day trading. Well, next month I will be
Yeah,
back
I'm still
trading.
interested.
I've been trying to paper trade, but the paper trade lags so much.
Oh, you have to call TD Ameritrade and ask them to release the delay. Because I think
Oh, really? Yours has a delay? Oh,
Yeah.
I do mine with Robinhood.
Oh, yeah, you have to call TD because TD it's an automatic default delay. So you have to call them and take the delay off of it. So you can't get rid of that delay. You just got to call them and ask them to take it off. Yeah. I think it's like a 5 or 10 minute delay.
Yeah, I'm like, why is it taking so long to like execute? By the time it executed, you already missed the movement.
Boy.
Yeah. Or you can always just, if you're gonna like paper trade out like longer positions, you can always just view your charts on the live and then take positions into paper trade. Just to that's kind of, you got to get that delay off. Just call TD and get that delay off. All right. But yeah, I'm really interested in Riven. I'm going to actually be going over this every morning. I'm going to be actually using this, to our advantage and be looking at it, because this is really a possible good entry for a short, especially if they don't hold this area here. If they don't hold this area, this is a flag. So if they break this flag here, remember, guys, have y'all ever seen a flag break, like fall through, like a bullish flag where it just totally fell through pattern? It like broke the pattern.
Oh.
Right
like
here.
it breaks through a pattern.
Yeah, it fells a pattern. Like if it fells this bullish flag pattern here, we're
yes.
Like felling a pattern, yeah, because I don't know. This is a pattern. This is a bullish flag right here, but I don't see the strength in them being able to hold this shit. Like we're literally right here pre-market. We're literally right here pre-market. Like if they can't hold this area, I can see this fall. I can see this fall coming in. And the fact that the weekly is confirming that it's possibly rejecting, this is like this is something that I'm really like paying attention to.
Yeah, because I'm let me see. Yeah, because I'm trying to they're like, I know you like the flag patterns. And I'm also looking at like these other patterns as well, that also similar to the flag pattern that you also.
If they don't hold it, there's a gap right here too. You see? Like, and they're creating lows. You see this wick here? This was kind of like this was your possible like reversal, but reversal back down to support, but they're creating lows. If they don't hold it, oh yeah, it's gone. And they're very overbought. It's just a lot of signs I see with them that's possibly rejecting this level here on the higher time frames. Like I'm seeing a possible rejection, felling this flag, like breaking, falling through it. But we'll be keeping an eye on it to see if it actually happens. I'm thinking about taking a little small swing because they're cheap, guys. They're not even very expensive at all. So
We talking about Rivian?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And look at this. They've been going. Look, they're like exhausted too. Like they've been going. Shoot, even if you don't take it down here, this could be your target. Like this is still a good target right here. Even if you don't take it all the way down to the 200 MA. And even if you take it here, it's still in an overall uptrend. All you're doing is coming back down and retesting these levels that it just broke out of. And this was the last level that it was like really hanging on to.
Yeah. Like,
so you can even see here, this is on the 4 hour. You can even see all of this movement here. This is where I'm saying this is where it's creating lows. This is kind of like consolidating, but it's consolidating below, not above. So this would be your next marker here. And if they can't hold it, like they're coming down. I don't know.
So
I have one before you go.
Oh, go ahead.
Which one?
ZOM. You know that's a favorite of mine.
SOF. Oh, soft, you said?
ZOM. ZOM.
ZOM.
I have one too, Desiree. It won't take but like 20 seconds.
Oh, I didn't even know he was there.
I didn't know either.
I've been here
Next time, say something.
How long you been in here?
You started today with Rivian, then you went to SPY, and then you were saying that SPY was
kidding. Say something.
Well, see, sometimes I'm in surgery, and so like I'll have my AirPods in, I'm listening, but I can't see. So
yeah.
Yeah.
But at least we'll know you're there,
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
That was a nice little surprise though.
Yes.
All right. So, okay. Oh, we're on the 200 MA. We can't even push past this 200 MA right now.
I know.
Let me see. And they're kind of like in overbought. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, they pushed past it here, but they like fell through it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They look like they might
I
got
want
some
them to
volume
fall.
here. They're holding it on the 4 hour though. Okay, so again here, let's see. That's your resistance. This is your resistance here. If we can't break through this wall, we're probably taking it back down.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, unless they, because we can't even push past it on the
What's
daily.
that support there? What's the number for that support you have?
Here, hold on. Let me
100.
make sure I'm creating it. Let me look at the hourly. I need more white noise to see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your support here is 0.21. Oh gosh, their ATR must be crazy. Do they move really slow?
Did you say 0.1? What did you say?
Yes.
101?
Hold on. What is this here? Is this your price?
can't see
0.21?
I can't see it.
0.21?
For what? The support?
Yeah. Am I looking at the right
You
one?
mean, are you on Zoom?
Yeah, ZOM?
Yeah. So the support should be, how can, Zoom is about what, 100 and 150 now.
Is it ZOM?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. XOM.
I was about to say, this, how are you even trading
Z
this?
just sounded good.
Okay. All right.
I was so confused there for a minute.
Okay, now this is a little better. Okay. All right, let's take all this old.
I don't know why I'm seeing your screen so small. That's why I could not make out the numbers.
Oh yeah, they're
I'm looking at them to write back up with them. I want to write back up with them.
oh, you need to make sure they want to ride back up because look how
I know, right?
it is.
But they always do, no matter how grim it looks.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they've been doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 months they've been holding this level here.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Nice. Like I'm just saying that you caught this level here. This is the support, whether it breaks through or not, like you caught it.
Right. That's what I've been looking for. Stop.
Wow. Okay, so let's all right, let's take a look here. Yeah, and this is, you can see it's been holding it, and prior to that it was support.
Mm-hmm.
But you see how I'm looking on the higher time frame. I'm like, man, it's good. But look where look at the weekly. You got to be careful. Okay, so I'm at the weekly chart, right? So look at this. The last time it did open up below here and it pushed through, but you need to make sure this one can push back above, because if you look at all the previous times, it's open. The weekly's been opening up above, besides here, but this was your breakout. But you can see the weekly, it's been opening up above this level. We got to get back above this level. If we close below this level on Friday,
that's a sign.
That's a sign that you don't.
Yeah, but then remember, we go both ways, puts and calls. So if it closed below, then it's a put opportunity.
Oh, let's look at the daily. Oh, look at this. They're below 50. Be careful. Be careful. They're below 50 and they're like they're signaling weakness.
And the thing is, zombies are good. It doesn't have to do much for you to, have good gains. So.
Yeah, but we really need to get back above this wall here. We need to get back above the support. And especially on the
what's that number that you have? What's the support that you have?
Well, it's resistance now, but it needs to get back up.
Resistance.
102.14.
Okay, so that's it.
And like you said, I mean, it did kind of go down here at one point. It went down here at one point and it reversed. So it could very well do that. But what I'm seeing here too is lower. It's low. Look at the rejection here that it's been having the last whatever few weeks this is.
Right.
This is this is rejection. And prior to that, you see these highs here? high of 119, then you had a high of 117. I mean, it was low and then it got higher and then it got
Yep.
higher. But here it's getting lower. See
Lower
this
and
here?
lower. Yeah.
High, low, and now it's rejecting here. So now that you're rejecting in these areas, it's consolidating lower. So when it was
Right.
breaking out, it was creating higher highs. Now it's creating higher lows.
Lows.
And when you start creating higher lows, and now we're back and forth in this area, we got to break above this. If not, it could be a fail move.
Right.
Now, if it's a fail move, then that's, like you said, it's a good sign for, and I started to see that when I seen this tip here. I'm like, yo, but it's still, the month is not over. But if we close the month out below this level, this is the signs that we're coming down. That we're failing this pattern here and we're not able to hold it. And if we fall through strong support areas, this could be signs of a lot of movement down. So just pay attention to the details. We need to get back above this level. And you can see how these two levels, we've been consolidating here, which is lower than previous. So that's an indication that it's trying to fall through the levels. Okay.
Yes.
And the last time it was consolidating because now we've been consolidating between, let's do this here. We've been consolidating between these levels here, this rectangle here for quite a while. But before that, we were consolidating between this level.
That and that. Yeah, lower down.
Right.
Before we broke out.
Yes. So if we can't hold this level, you can see where the consolidation is going to come back down at. So we need to hold. And my problem is, remember guys, it's the same thing even on the higher time frames. When you're pushing on top of the ceiling, you generally want to go above it. But if you're pushing on the floor, you're trying to, it's all the same principle. It doesn't matter if it's on the weekly, monthly, yearly, it don't matter. If you're pushing down on the support like this is showing signs that you're trying to fall through this level. You didn't push on the support this much here, and we've been holding it, right? I mean, we came down this level, but we came back. But here recently,
we've
been down here. Yeah, we've been on the floor.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been on the floor. So yeah. All right. So yeah, go ahead, Dr. Connor. Which stock you want to look at?
Thanks, Desiree.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, no, it's great analysis. It's just I think it's KSCP, which is it's called Nightscope. KSCP. Yeah, it's like a penny stock. A friend of mine just like told me about it when it's like 80 cents. I bought into it at 80 cents, but it got up last week to about $2 and something. So I was just trying to see.
Yeah, there's the breakout right there.
Yeah, it was right here. Your breakout was here. It's at resistance. Be careful. Okay. Yeah, it's coming. Rejection.
Ooh.
That's a big ass selling candle.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you got in down here, you might want to just sell out. And those penny stocks.
But isn't that the 200 AMA? Won't that act as support? It might bounce back up from there.
Yeah, but that's the buy-in.
Oh, that's low.
And remember, these penny stocks, they're so freaking crazy. Like as much as they go up, that's how fast they go down.
No, exactly.
Option or you purchase a stock?
I typically wouldn't do it, but it was like they had good kind of signs of what it was going to do with cybersecurity. So I just like, hey, I put a couple $100.
Yeah, cybersecurity is good.
But the thing is, like, this is your support level here. If it don't hold this level, then it's probably going to take it back down. Then yeah, you want to get out and just take profit. But if it does hold it and come back up, then that'll be your cue. But you need to hold this level here. This is let's see what this is. This is 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to hold 1.5. If you can't hold 1.5, that signs is trying to take it back down. So this is your confirmation. But to be honest, like, your daily is very, very freaking. That's a big ass selling candle. That's a big selling candle, and you're overbought too. Yeah, see how it's like we got to hold this, and look, this is confluence too. So this is where your 200 MA is sitting on a 30-minute. So that's confluence. We got to hold this area. If we don't hold in an area, I would take your profit and go and just wait for it to hit low again before you get back in. But you don't want to lose everything you just made. That's the thing with those penny stocks. They're very hard to analyze too because of the volatility on them things. They can go up just as fast as they go down, and it's like you blink and it's like, damn. It's gone.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're below the 200 MA too here. So we need to hold this.
Oh, wow.
And you can see how fast they fall. You see how fast this is 15 minutes. 15, 30. What the
Come on.
Those are the kind of stocks cost you to pull over on the side of the road.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hold on.
Cost you to stop surgery for a couple of minutes. You're like, hold up.
You're in a meeting. Hold on, give me 10 minutes.
That's correct.
10 minutes for right quick. Let me get out of this thing.
I've done that.
Yep.
I actually done that traveling, like, going from because I traveled last year. I traveled a lot from Connecticut to Virginia. It's an 8-hour drive.
Mhm.
I would I would do my day trading. I had my kid in the driver's seat, watching my charts. And they were getting nice. I was teaching them more than anything, right?
Yes.
But when I'm like, yo, I need you to pay attention to XYZ, this level. Tell me if it gets below this level or if it stays above this level. That's all I needed them to do. As soon as it got below a level, my ass pulled off. I've done this. I'm not gonna lie. This is horrible.
Yep, I think we've all done it.
Yep.
Middle of
Yeah,
traffic,
yeah.
pull
Like,
over.
you'd be in the middle of conversation. Hold up, give me one
Yep,
second.
yep. That's right.
Hey, Jazz, I want to show Ruth something that may make her day with SPY.
With SPY?
Let me share my screen for a sec.
All right, hold on. Let me get out of it.
Oh yeah, make my day, Londell. I need those.
But Daz
I
has
need those
to,
make
All right,
my day.
go ahead.
Daz has to confirm it first.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on, let me share my desktop. Hold on.
I enabled it.
Okay, can you see my desktop?
Yeah.
Okay. So that I drew this rising wedge here,
Uh-huh.
hourly.
Nice. You can see your
Right.
confluence. Look at your
Yeah.
resistance and up. Like you can see your confluence for your resistance areas
Right
on
here,
both
right?
of the trends. That one and the second one.
Hold
you-
on. What
right.
stock is that?
This is SPY.
Oh, okay.
So you see how it starts to
It's starting
yeah,
to
it started to like
Reject.
so it's potential that this may come down today to this
Yeah.
level.
This
Oh,
is what
that
I'm
would
talking
be
about, your
nice.
resistance. If you look at your wedge, you see how you're drawing those lines and you're going straight across. Like, look, you can see that's your resistance okay, let's go to the 450 level where your two pieces meet. Yep, that's confluence right there.
Right there.
Yep, that's your confluence. And that's a confluence, that's resistance. So
Right.
that's your potential area of rejection. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's coming right here. It's coming down below
So
it.
it looks like it's coming down. That'd be nice.
So I saw that, I was like, oh, okay.
Yes, fall SPY fall. Let nothing stand in your way.
Yeah.
Well, 451 is a resistance and it's been rejecting prior. So if it comes up on that level again, it's not surprising that we're rejecting that area. So yeah, nice. I love your wedge. I really like that.
See, Des, when you have to go, you don't have to shut down anymore. Londell will take over.
Yeah.
We gotta get him used to sharing that screen. We're gonna have to do it at least once every morning.
I did it. I shared my screen twice, and I'm not calling any names, but
Nice.
Yeah, don't you point fingers now.
but Ruth.
Nice. All right, guys. Well, you all have a good morning. Just be careful. Like you said, if we open up below that level by 9:30, that's signs of rejection. And at this point, the only thing you can do is follow your zones. And even though we're rejecting this level, just know how strong we are on the higher time frame. So at any moment we can turn. So that's why if you're in any positions, this is the time you need to get in and out. You don't want to go long any positions now, and you don't want to go short any positions now, like long, like swings. It's just right now, it's just good to day trade and get in and out, because at this point we can go either way. Because if we hit a supply zone, that could cause like a waterfall, right? Because we know we're coming up on those high resistance areas on the higher time frame. But if there's no supply zones, we can bust right through them, because I'm really having a hard time. I'm not seeing any reversals right now in the higher time frames, but we really need to close out this month to really see if we're creating any reversal candlesticks. Because remember, we need a reversal at resistance to show that we're rejecting these levels. If not, they're going to burst through them. Okay. But other than that, yeah, nice show. And thank you for showing up, Dr. Connor. We appreciate you being here.
Yes.
Oh no, thank y'all.
Nice.
Thank you. Have a
All
good
right,
morning,
guys.
everyone.
Well, y'all have a good morning, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
See you
Thank
tomorrow.